Ah, Valentine's Day. A day where you get to show your appreciation for your loved one. That's why today, for a little Valentine's special, I'll be talking about a fish I love. Alright, not in a weird way, but the Northern Pike is probably one of my favorite fish ever. Excluding the Tiger Pike, or Muskie, which is half Northern Pike anyways. So today, I wanted to get into exactly what these fish are and why I like them so much. Northern pike are one of the world's most recognizable and sought after freshwater game fish for their size and power, being present in North America, Europe, and Russia. They have an elongated body with a base olive green color. Furthermore, they possess small white spots all along their body with a white underside. Their fins also possess a reddish color with various markings. The overall coloration of the northern pike is used to blend into its surroundings to help with ambush prey. Pike are more of a cool water fish, preferring to stay in waterways that don't exceed 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Pike do well in deep, cool lakes with an abundant amount of forage fish. They can also be found in sluggish streams and rivers. Whatever the case, anywhere pike are found requires a lot of underwater vegetation, both to ambush prey and for breeding, as they stick their eggs to the plants. The young pike also use these plants as cover to avoid predation. The average lifespan of a northern pike is usually between 10 and 15 years. However, some pike have been known to live up to 25 years. Pike are a relatively large freshwater fish, with their average size being 8 pounds. However, many pike grow outside of this weight range, with certain individual pike easily growing into the 20 and even 50-pound range depending on food availability. One notable example of this was a northern pike caught in 1940 by Peter Dubac, I hope I said that right, here in New York, which weighed in at 46 pounds. There are even reports of pike reaching into the 100-pound range in certain areas in the world. As you can imagine, this fish is the top of the aquatic food web, pretty much growing larger and becoming more aggressive than pretty much any other freshwater fish out there. They use their enhanced lateral line system to track down fish's movement even when they cannot see them. Speaking of their sight, they are a primarily sight-oriented predator, using their large eyes to spot prey. They even have these sight grooves in front of their eyes, which almost act as the sight of a gun, allowing them to zero in on fast-moving prey, and with their torpedo-shaped body, there isn't much out there that can avoid them once they dash at a target. As you can imagine with this fish's build, they primarily eat any other fish, including smaller pike. But they don't pass up on much, eating crayfish, frogs, snakes, and even ducklings. They'll eat full-on ducks when they're large enough as well. As you can imagine, this is more of the opinion-based part of the video, so opinion alert. But pike are just so cool. I'm a sucker for fish with teeth, and pike have hundreds of them. I don't know why, but fish with teeth have always just looked super metal to me. They're just powerful and aggressive, which really are features to a game fish you want, especially of one this size. And yes, I know their teeth are something you have to be careful of, and hooking them is never really fun, but it's still really cool. They also are really the top dogs in the lake. There's not much that can mess with a fully grown pike, especially not 150 pounds. While this fish is very welcomed to areas where they are native, unfortunately not every angler likes them. Due to them literally being the top fish in the lake, they eat other game fish, like trout and bass, which makes some anglers angry. I'd say most people like them, or at least respect them, but not everyone. I mean, there is that video of the guy killing the muskie and throwing it back because he'd rather catch bass. which I will never get. Bass are great and all, but pike and muskie are just so much more powerful and cool, really. Plus, muskie are a super rare and prized game fish for their size, rarity, and power. So I have no idea how you could think they are trash. You also just need fish that predate on bass, otherwise you get overcrowded bass that just spread out resources amongst more fish, leading to smaller bass. But the ignorant don't think well. I also really like using fish mimicking lures such as jerkbaits, crankbaits, spinners, soft plastic minnows, all lures that get quite a heavy bite. I much prefer active fishing, so throwing and reeling in lures that get hit hard will always be more fun to me than just dragging something on the bottom. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I like doing that too, but I really like it when I feel that fish attack a lure hard. These fish much prefer many of the lures that I like to use, so that definitely helps for their case. They also are easily the most active fish in my area come wintertime, so they are a prime ice fishing fish. Overall, I'd say pike are my favorite fish due to their ferocity, their sheer power, size, appearance, and their behavior. They really are a fish that deserve more respect in some places. Not to say that they are underrated, because I know a lot of my UK people out there like them a lot, and most people in general really, but some people need to grow up and learn to respect these impressive predators. And that will do it for why I love the Northern Pike, and I guess a little about the muskie too. They are very similar fish after all. So, what do you think? Do you like pike as much as I do, or am I overrating this fish? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Take care.